There are no coincidences in the realm of the spirit. If you have found this recording, or if the algorithm has somehow placed this message in your path today, January 30th, it is because a divine appointment has been set for you. You are not here to be entertained. You are here because your spirit has been sensing a disturbance, a subtle vibration in your home or in your heart that you cannot quite put into words. You are here because God is answering a prayer you may have only whispered in the deepest silence of the night. There is a specific reason this message has reached you right now. It concerns someone you love more than life itself. It concerns your son. And before we go any further, you need to understand one thing clearly. What you are feeling, that anxiety, that heaviness, that sudden urge to check on him, is not paranoia. It is discernment. It is the Holy Spirit alerting you to a spiritual emergency that is unfolding at this very moment. God says your son is crying alone for help. He is not saying this to frighten you, but to awaken you. For too long, you have looked at the surface. You have seen the mask he wears. You have seen the brave face, the stoic silence, or perhaps the irritability that pushes you away. But heaven sees what is happening behind the closed door of his soul. There is a silent, thunderous cry rising from him. He is bound to you by blood and by purpose. Attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you. And strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment. And right now, he is fighting a battle he does not have the vocabulary to articulate. But here is the revelation that changes everything. You are not helpless in this. You need to know that Archangel Michael has intervened. 5 minutes before you clicked on this video, a decree was issued in the spiritual realm. Reinforcements have been sent. But for this intervention to fully manifest in the physical world, for your son to feel the chains break, you, the chosen one, the parent, the spiritual anchor, must understand your role in this rescue mission. Stay with me, because what I am about to reveal regarding the specific nature of his struggle and the weapon Archangel Michael has placed in your hand is the key to unlocking his freedom. Do not click away. The enemy wants you distracted. The enemy wants you to think this is just another video. It is not. This is a lifeline. We need to talk about the silence. You know the silence I mean. It is not the silence of peace. It is the silence of a dam about to burst. In recent weeks, perhaps even since the beginning of this year, you have noticed a shift. Maybe he calls less often. Maybe when he is home, he retreats to his room or stares into his phone, physically present but spiritually miles away. You ask him how he is and he says, "I'm fine." He says, "It's all good." But your spirit, which is attuned to the frequency of God, knows it is a lie. This is not defiance. This is not him not loving you. This is desperation. We are living in a time where the attack on the masculine spirit is unprecedented. There is a subtle shadow that has entered his life, whispering lies that he is alone, that he is misunderstood, and that he is forgotten. These are not just thoughts. They are spiritual arrows, for men and for your son specifically, whether he is 15 or 45, the pressure to perform, to succeed, and to hold it all together is crushing. He looks around at the world, at the economy, at the expectations placed upon him, and he feels inadequate. But he cannot say this to you. He feels that if he admits he is struggling, he has failed. So he cries alone. He cries without tears. He cries through sleepless nights. He cries through numbing behaviors, perhaps overworking, perhaps drinking, perhaps endless scrolling, or perhaps just shutting down completely. God is pulling back the veil today because he trusts you with the truth. Your son is standing at a spiritual crossroads. To his left is the path of isolation, where the enemy waits to devour his hope. To his right is the path of healing and restoration. He is paralyzed. He cannot choose. He needs a bridge. You are that bridge. Before I tell you exactly how Archangel Michael is moving and what you must do next, I want you to take a moment and connect with this reality. If you feel the truth of these words resonating in your chest, if you feel the heat of confirmation, I want you to declare your stance in the comments right now. Write this down. I am the bridge for my son. Let the spiritual realm know you are active and listening. This simple act of writing is a declaration of war against the silence. Now let us go deeper into the spiritual mechanics of what is happening. Why January 30th? Why now? We are moving through a season of intense energetic shifting. The beginning of the year often brings a false sense of a fresh start. But for those carrying heavy spiritual burdens, the pressure of the new year only magnifies what was not resolved in the last. Your son is carrying burdens that were never meant for his shoulders. He is carrying generational trauma that he doesn't even know belongs to him. He is carrying the collective anxiety of a world in chaos. Archangel Michael, the great protector, the warrior of God, has seen this. Michael is the angel of truth and courage. He is the one who severs the cords of fear. The message I have received for you is that Michael has stepped in because your son's own strength has reached its limit. When a human soul reaches the point of absolute exhaustion, when the I can do it myself mentality finally cracks, that is when the divine steps in. 5 minutes ago, in spiritual time, Michael placed his shield between your son and the entity of despair that has been stalking him. But here is the mystery. Why does he still look sad? Why does he still seem lost if the angel has intervened? Because the spiritual victory must be grounded into physical reality through a human vessel. That vessel is you. You have been positioned to interrupt the enemy's lies with truth. And this is the most critical part, so please listen closely. You cannot do this the way you have been trying. Many of you, out of love and fear, have been trying to fix him. You have been asking questions. You have been giving advice. You have been sending him job listings or articles, or telling him he needs to go to church, or telling him he needs to change his diet. You are doing this because you love him. But to him, in his fragile state, this feels like pressure. It feels like judgment. It feels like one more voice telling him he is not doing enough. God is saying, stop. Put down the tools of fixing. Pick up the mantle of presence. The intervention of Archangel Michael requires you to change your frequency from worried parent to faithful witness. Healing begins with nearness, not pressure. It starts with a quiet car ride where you don't ask about his future, but simply enjoy the music. It starts with a shared meal in peace, where you talk about a memory, not a problem. It starts with a moment of sitting beside him without distraction. You must become a safe harbor. When a ship is in a storm, it does not need the harbor master to scream instructions at it through a megaphone. It needs the light of the lighthouse to be steady, calm, and visible. You are the lighthouse. Your calm, steady presence in the home preaches more loudly than any lecture you could ever give. I want to share a secret about the spiritual psychology of men. Men heal in the presence of respect and peace. If your son feels that you are anxious about him, He interprets that anxiety as a lack of trust in his ability to handle his life. It makes him feel smaller. But if you can look at him even while he is struggling with eyes that say, "I trust the God in you, I believe in your strength. I know you will get through this," that belief becomes a fuel source for him. Archangel Michael is currently working on his mind. There is a battle for his thoughts. The enemy whispers, "You are a failure." Michael whispers, "You are a son of the Most High." This battle is exhausting him. That is why he is tired. That is why he is irritable. When he snaps at you, realize it is not him snapping. It is the friction of the battle. Do not take it personally. Instead, stand back and say internally, "I see the war, and I hold the peace." Before I reveal the specific prayer strategy and the 3 signs you will see when the breakthrough begins, I need to ask you something. Are you willing to let go of your need to control the outcome? This is the hardest thing for a parent. We want to guarantee their safety, but control is an illusion. Faith is the reality. You must surrender your son to the protection of Michael and the wisdom of God. If you are ready to surrender the worry and pick up the sword of prayer, I want you to like this video, not for the algorithm, but as a digital act of agreement. By liking, you are saying, "I surrender my worry. I trust the intervention." Now, let us look at the practical steps. How do you stand in the gap? What does that actually look like on a Tuesday afternoon or a Thursday night? First, you must validate his feelings to create safety. If he drops a hint that he is stressed, do not immediately rush to solve it. Do not say, "Well, you should just do X, Y, and Z." Instead, say, "I can hear that is really heavy for you. I'm sorry you're carrying that." That's it. That is the magic key. When he feels heard and not fixed, he lowers his defenses. He lets you in. Second, use the power of gentle seeds. These are short, non-demanding statements of support. Text him a message that says, "I was just thinking about you and how proud I am of the man you are becoming." No need to reply, just wanted you to know. The phrase, "no need to reply," is crucial. It removes the burden of obligation. It allows him to receive the love without the work of reciprocation. These seeds land in his heart. They may not sprout today, but they are taking root. Third, cover him in quiet prayer. But not just any prayer. Do not pray fear-based prayers like, "Oh God, please don't let him fail." That is worrying to God. Pray faith-based prayers. "Father, I thank you that you have equipped my son for this battle. I thank you that Archangel Michael is clearing his path. I thank you that he has the mind of Christ." When you pray from victory, you change the atmosphere of your home. You change the energy field around your son. I have to warn you about something. The next revelation I'm about to share is often where parents stumble. It is the trap of the false dawn. Sometimes, after a period of darkness, your son might have a good day. He smiles, he talks. You get excited and think, "It's over, he's back." And then you rush in. You start piling on expectations again, and he retreats. You must understand that healing is non-linear. It is a spiral. He will have good days and bad days. Your consistency must remain absolute. Do not ride the roller coaster of his emotions. You must be the solid ground. Archangel Michael's intervention is specifically targeting the cords of attachment to past failures. Many sons are stuck because they are replaying a mistake from 3 years ago, or a relationship that failed, or a career move that didn't work out. They are chained to the past. Michael is cutting these cords. You might notice your son suddenly bringing up old topics, or cleaning out his room, or getting rid of old clothes. This is a physical manifestation of a spiritual cleaning. Encourage this. If he wants to talk about the past, listen. Do not judge. He is processing. He is releasing. There is a scientific aspect to this as well. When a person is in a state of high stress or fight or flight, their prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for logic and future planning, shuts down. They are operating from the amygdala, the survival center. When you come at him with logic and long-term plans, his brain literally cannot process it. It sounds like noise. By offering safety, calm and food, never underestimate the spiritual power of a good meal, you help regulate his nervous system. You help him shift out of survival mode and back into thinking mode. You are biologically and spiritually co-regulating him. The breakthrough is coming. I know it feels like it has been a long winter, but the season is turning. God is showing me that the breakthrough may not come with fireworks. It may be a subtle glance. It may be him sitting in the living room for 10 minutes longer than usual. It may be a passing comment where he asks for your opinion on something small. Recognize this as holy ground. These are the olive branches showing that the floodwaters are receding. You were sent this message not to be blamed. I know many of you lie awake wondering, did I do something wrong? Did I fail him? God wants you to release that guilt right now. Guilt is a heavy brick that you cannot build a bridge with. You did the best you could with what you knew. Your son's journey is his own soul's curriculum. He chose you as a parent because he knew you had the spiritual stamina to pray him through this valley. You are not his savior. You are his intercessor. There is a difference. The Savior has already come. Your job is to remind him of the light, not to be the source of the light. As we move toward the conclusion of this message, I want to give you a specific invocation to use. This is a way to partner with Archangel Michael. You can say this in your car, in your shower, or while you are falling asleep. Visualize your son surrounded by a cobalt blue light, the color of Michael's protection. See him standing tall. See the heavy gray fog lifting from his mind. Say this: I call upon the presence of Archangel Michael to stand at the four corners of my son's life. I command all shadows of depression, anxiety, and unworthiness to flee. I speak clarity to his mind and peace to his heart. I am the bridge of faith. I hold the vision of his wholeness until he can hold it for himself. It is done. Feel the power of those words. Words are containers for power. When you speak them with conviction, you shift the atomic structure of your reality. The days ahead, moving from January 30th into February, are critical. You will see a shift. The enemy will try one last attempt to make him feel isolated. He might pick a fight. He might withdraw sharply. Do not take the bait. Stand firm. Remember the image of the lighthouse. The waves crash, but the light does not flicker. You are part of a community of chosen ones. You are not the only parent crying out for a child. Look at the comment section later. You will see thousands of others standing in the gap. We are an army of intercessors. I invite you to join this community fully. Subscribe to the channel, not for numbers, but to stay connected to this stream of truth. Activate the notification bell so that when the next urgent message comes, you are the first to receive the intel. We are building a fortress of faith here, and if you know another parent, another mother or father who is walking with a heavy heart, share this message with them. You might be the angel God uses to answer their prayer today. Do not hoard the hope. Spread it. God says your son is going to make it. He is going to come out of this season stronger, wiser, and more compassionate than before. This trial is not a tomb, it is a womb. He is being reborn. It is painful, yes. It is dark, yes. But life is happening in the dark. Trust the process. Trust the intervention. Trust Archangel Michael. And most of all, trust that God loves your son even more than you do. I want to leave you with a challenge for the next 24 hours. I challenge you to say nothing negative to your son. No corrections, no helpful hints. Only affirmation or neutral, peaceful silence. Watch what happens to the atmosphere in your home. Watch how he responds to the vacuum of pressure. You will be amazed. The cry has been heard. The help has arrived. The warrior angel is on duty. Now you must rest in that truth. Wipe your tears. Wash your face. Put on the armor of God. Your son needs a warrior, not a worrier. You are that warrior. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being the guardian of your family. Keep your eyes open. The signs of his return are beginning to appear. Peace be with you. In the vast tapestry of human experience, few pains are as sharp as the silent suffering of a child we brought into this world. It is a pain that sits in the chest, a constant dull ache that wakes you at 3 a.m. You wonder if you missed a sign. You replay conversations from 5 years ago. You look at old photographs where his smile reached his eyes and wonder where that boy went. This is the burden of the parent of a chosen one. But let me tell you, this burden is also a badge of honor. It signifies that you have been entrusted with a high-value soul. The enemy does not attack empty treasuries. He attacks the vault where the gold is kept. Your son is gold. Let's go deeper into the why. Why is this generation of men suffering so silently? We are in a transition of ages. The old definitions of power are crumbling, and the new ones haven't fully formed. Your son is sensitive. He feels the vibrations of the world. He may not call himself spiritual, but he is. He is an empath who has not been taught how to shield himself. When he walks into a crowded room, he absorbs the anxiety of others. When he scrolls through social media, he absorbs the collective fear. He thinks something is wrong with him, but in reality, he is just a sponge in dirty water. Archangel Michael's sword is often depicted as a weapon of war, but it is also a surgical instrument. He is currently performing spiritual surgery on your son's empathy centers. He is teaching him, through this trial, how to distinguish between his own emotions and the emotions of others. This is why the isolation is happening. Sometimes God isolates a person to insulate them. The withdrawal, you see, it is a cocoon. If you tear open a cocoon to help the butterfly, you kill it. The struggle to break free is what strengthens the wings. Your son is building his spiritual wings. This perspective shift is vital. If you see him as sick, you will treat him like a patient. If you see him as emerging, you will treat him like a king in waiting. Treat him as the man he is becoming, not the boy he was. I want to address the fathers listening to this. Your role is unique. You are the template. If your son sees you worrying, he feels unsafe. If he sees you grounded, he feels he has a rock. You don't need to talk much. Just be. Fix something in the garage together. Watch the game. Your physical proximity is a transfer of strength. Men communicate shoulder to shoulder, not face to face. Let him be in your orbit without demanding he open up. The gravity of your love will pull him in eventually. And to the mothers, your intuition is your superpower, but your worry is your kryptonite. You feel everything he feels. It is as if the umbilical cord was never cut, but you must cut the energetic cord of fear. Imagine a cord connecting your navel to his. If that cord is pumping fear, worry, and are you okay energy, it is poisoning him. Ask Archangel Michael to cut that cord of fear and replace it with a cord of golden light and trust. You can love him without carrying him. You can support him without enabling his weakness. It is a delicate balance, but you are equipped for it. Let's talk about the lies the enemy is whispering. These lies are specific. They sound like his own voice. You're not good enough. You'll never make as much money as your father. You're weird. No one really likes you. These are the tapes playing on a loop in his mind. When you come in with positivity, sometimes it clashes with these tapes and causes friction. That's why he gets angry. He's defending his reality, even though his reality is a lie. Do not fight the lie with logic. Fight it with love. Love is a solvent. It dissolves the glue that holds the lies together. There is a concept in spiritual warfare called the Jericho March. The Israelites marched around the walled city in silence for 6 days. Only on the 7th day did they shout. You are in the silent marching phase. You are walking around the walls of your son's heart. You are praying. You are present. You are not shouting. You are not banging on the gate. You are simply circling him with prayer. Do not underestimate the power of this silence. The walls will come down, but they will come down in God's timing, not yours. As we approach the end of January and enter February, the energy is shifting from stagnation to flow. You may notice he starts sleeping better. You may notice his appetite returns. These are biological markers of spiritual liberation. Celebrate them silently. Do not make a big deal out of it. Just serve him another plate. Just smile. Normalize his wellness. If you treat his wellness as a miracle, it implies that his sickness is his baseline. Treat his wellness as his natural state. Of course you're hungry. Of course you slept well. Affirm the norm. I want you to reflect on your own journey. Were there times in your life when you felt lost, when you felt like you were screaming in a glass box? Who helped you? Was it the person who told you what to do, or the person who just sat with you? Be the person you needed when you were younger. Archangel Michael is also clearing the path for his purpose. Part of this depression is actually purpose compression. His destiny is so big that it is pressing against his current reality. He feels the pressure of his potential, but doesn't see the outlet. This is common for chosen ones. We feel we are meant for something great, but our current circumstances look small. This creates a gap called cognitive dissonance. It is painful, but Michael is aligning opportunities. He is bringing mentors. He is closing dead-end doors. The job rejection he got, that was Michael protection. The breakup, that was Michael clearing the deck. Trust the closed doors as much as the open ones. You might be asking, how long, Lord? How long must I watch him suffer? The answer is, until the lesson is learned, until the muscle is built. But the intensity is breaking. The worst is behind you. The dawn is gray, but it is dawn. Let's engage in a moment of collective visualization. I want you to close your eyes, if it is safe to do so. Imagine your home. See the roof. Now see a massive pillar of blue light descending from the heavens, going right through the roof and anchoring deep into the foundation of your house. This is the seal of God. Nothing dark can enter this pillar. Now see your son walking into this light. Watch his shoulders drop. Watch his chest expand. Watch him take a deep breath. See him turning to you and smiling, a real smile. Hold that image. That image is a blueprint. You are the architect. Keep building that image every day. This message is coming to you because you are ready to graduate from worried parent to spiritual warrior. The test you are facing is not just about your son. It is about your faith. Can you trust God with the thing you love most? It is the Abraham and Isaac test. When you lay your need to control on the altar, God gives you your son back. I also want to speak to the single parents who feel they are doing this entirely alone. You are not alone. Your partnership is with the divine. God is the father to the fatherless. He is the ultimate parent. When you are exhausted, tap out. Go to your prayer closet and say, God, it's your turn. I'm tired. You take the night shift and go to sleep. God never sleeps. He watches over his word to perform it. As this video comes to a close, do not let the feeling of peace evaporate. Carry it with you. The next time you see your son, look for the God in him. Ignore the dirt. Look for the gold. Remember the 3 keys. 1. Validation, not fixing. 2. Presence, not pressure. 3. Prayer, not worry. Simple keys, but they open heavy doors. Archangel Michael is standing guard. The decree has been issued. The rescue is in motion. Your son is coming home, not just to the house, but to himself. If this message has been water to your thirsty soul, please consider sharing it. The algorithm is just a tool. You are the messenger. There is someone on your timeline, someone in your contacts, who is crying the same tears you were crying 10 minutes ago. Be their answer. Share the light. And finally, a promise. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. The night has been long, my friend. But look at the horizon. Do you see it? The sun is rising. Stay faithful, stay strong. You are the chosen one for this task, and you are deeply, deeply loved. Until next time, walk in the light of the truth. It is done. End of script. But realize this, the end of the battle is merely the beginning of the reconstruction. And reconstruction requires a completely different set of tools than warfare. If you stop here, you might win the war, but lose the peace. You need to understand what happens to a human body and a human soul when the light of Archangel Michael floods in. It is not always pretty. It is not always instant sunshine. There is a detoxification process that science calls Herxheimer reaction and spirituality calls purging. We need to talk about this because if you don't expect it, you will think the prayer failed. You will think the depression is back. It is not back. It is leaving and it is kicking on the way out. Stay with me. What I'm about to share is the advanced protocol. This is for the parents who are not just looking for a quick fix, but for a generational shift. If you are still watching, it means you are the anchor for your lineage. Type, "I am the anchor," in the comments right now. Solidify that intent. You are the one who stops the cycle. Let's look at the biology of what your son is experiencing. When a chosen one goes through a period of darkness, their nervous system is essentially being rewired. Think of his body like an old house that suddenly needs to carry the voltage of a skyscraper. If you run that much power through old wires, the fuses blow. That is what looks like depression. It is a system shutdown to prevent a system burnout. His lethargy, his need to sleep for 12 hours, his staring at the wall, this is not laziness. This is integration. His body is upgrading. Science tells us about the vagus nerve, the main highway between the brain and the body. When a person is in a state of high spiritual processing, the vagus nerve often shifts into a freeze state to conserve energy. To the outside world, he looks unmotivated. To the spiritual eye, he is in a cocoon. If you crack open a cocoon to help the butterfly, you kill it. The struggle to get out is what pumps fluid into the wings. If you rescue him too soon, or if you judge the cocoon stage, you cripple his flight. Attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you. And strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment.